Chapter 750, Rich Battle Intent. This chapter is updated by novels.pl. There's a way to heaven, but you ignore it. There's no entrance to hell, but you force your way in. Shouldn't you consider your own strength before coming to help her? As Captain Rat spoke, he pushed with his legs. He transformed into a beam of black light that shot into the sky. The next moment, he swooped down with an even faster speed. God-destroying claw. Captain Rat's hands looked extremely withered and frail, but they contained powerful demonic chi. He slapped down a piece of cloud from the sky as he clawed at Bukion Fan's head. The God-destroying claw was a consummate skill of the demonic rats. By manipulating the demonic chi within one's body, the power created can kill a god. Bukion Fan spread his feet apart and anchored himself. Divine chi from his body poured into his lance as he stabbed upward. With the stab, the air shook. A huge pillar of shockwaves formed, sweeping miles wide in the sky. The power from the god-destroying claw caused the lance to crack loudly. Many small fissures snaked throughout. Boom! The lance shattered into dozens of metal scraps. They flew out in all directions like beams of light. Kid, you're nothing, actually. Captain Rat cackled. He waved his claw and continued attacking. Really? Bukion Fan didn't budge, standing like an iron tower. He clenched his fist and poured all his divine chi into the golden boxing glove on his hand. He punched Captain Rat. The claw and fist collided. Captain Rat let out a muffled grunt and flew backwards. He crashed against the steps and Scroll Mountain trembled. Ugh, so strong. Captain Rat coughed and stood up again. He massaged his painful claws. His pea-sized eyes stared at Bukion Fan's glove and sneered. Again, he said. A scroll under Bukion Fan and Captain Rat's feet opened quickly. It transformed into a micro-world 100 miles in diameter and enveloped them. Captain Rat was from ancient times. Both divine and demonic blood flowed through him. His physical body was extremely strong. Bukion Fan had the immortal saint body and had reached the peak realm twice. If he had the divine Mark II, his physical body would be extremely powerful as well. Bukion Fan and Captain Rat were fighting physically head-on. Each crash was like two iron mountains colliding. They set off rings of energy waves that could almost shatter the micro-world. On the other hand, Zhang Yuochen was also fighting an intense battle with the three from the demonic sect. Zhang Yuochen had reached the peak realm 4 times. He had 4 more realms than the others. The real chi in his sea of chi was many times more than monks of his same level. He didn't have to worry about using it up at all. Dark Spirit World. Lingjie released his Laxna. Immediately afterward, black divine chi poured out of his body. He shrouded the scroll world in darkness so that the people wouldn't see anything. Once a monk fell into the dark spirit world Laxna, they wouldn't only go blind. Their hearing, smell, and touch sensitivity would decrease drastically as well. Even their mind power would be restricted. In contrast, Lingjie could use his Laxna to make his vision sharper and his senses more sensitive. He would be faster, too, and could use 120% of his power. At the same time, Luosh used the power of the 3-spirit treasure body. She manipulated the powers of 3 of the 5 elements into 3 rivers of spiritual chi. Zhang Yuochen was swept into them. Mu Lingxi put her hands together in a prayer position and started the 8 Baron exercise. Immediately after, a speck of red light lit up between her brows. It formed the mark of a phoenix. The phoenix mark wildly absorbed the spiritual chi in the world. An ancient and powerful aura radiated from it. The next moment, the mark seemed to come to life. It transformed into the apparition of a huge ice phoenix. It wrapped round Mu Lingxi's delicate body. The huge wings seemed to sprout from her back as they flapped softly. Right now, Mu Lingxi seemed like a phoenix spirit that had come to the mortal world. She was beautiful and all the monks on Scroll Mountain were mesmerized. The demonic sect's little saintess is said to be Kunlun's field's top beauty, similar to Lin Suxian from before. She has a very unique temperament, like a pure fairy but also like an alluring demon. She's honestly too beautiful. Even if Mu Lingxi didn't have the Ice Phoenix saint body and is only an average girl, she could still become famous with her beautiful looks. Many young talents glanced at Mu Lingxi and couldn't move their eyes away anymore. With her as the leader, The three from the demonic sect entered their strongest state and attacked Jiang Yuochen. Go die! Lingji's long lance passed through the dark spirit world. Transforming into a beam of purple light, it stabbed towards Jiang Yuochen's chest. In this case, I'll have to take care of you first. Jiang Yuochen didn't want to keep at this anymore. He prepared to finish the battle quickly. His eyes sharpened. Instead of dodging, he charged towards Lingji. He stabbed his sword forward. Transforming into golden light, the sword passed through the distance. It reached the point between Lingji's eyes first. Lingji's expression changed drastically. He quickly shattered the jade pendant at his neck. Whoosh! Saintly white light flooded from the broken jade pendant, blocking Jiang Yuochen's golden snake divine rapier. The white light quickly disappeared. Jiang Yuochen threw his sword back and attacked Lingji's body. With a squelch, the sharp sword chi snapped Lingji's legs in the thigh area. Blood kept streaming out. Lingji's face twisted in pain. He yelled out and fell into the puddle of blood. He couldn't keep fighting. Then Jiang Yuochen activated the second realm of Sword 2, Chaotic Yin and Yang. He stabbed Liu Sha's abdomen, piercing right through and leaving a fist-sized bloody hole. Liu Sha retreated 300 feet and knelt down on one knee. Blood trickled from her lips. She could feel that many organs in her abdomen had been ruptured. Her vitality was draining quickly. Thus, she took out a recovery pill and swallowed it. She used all her might to manipulate her divine chi and control the wound to her abdomen. Anyone could see that Liu Sha was also unable to keep fighting. Chen Kai gasped. He gravely injured two powerful fighters of the demonic sect, he said in shock. Lin Yui's Tao of the Sword is honestly frightening. I'll probably lose if I go against him. Chen Tanping and Chen Lena heard his words. They also inhaled sharply, their expressions turning heavy. After all, Chen Kai was known as the top fighter of the East Saint Mansion's younger generation. If even he said this, Chen Yui's abilities were evidently far beyond theirs. Mu Jiji stood amongst the Yin and Yang sect disciples and laughed heartily. Who said that Lin Yui's divine chi is all used up and that he can't continue fighting? I think he's at his peak state now. He can kill whoever he meets and stands in his way. Xunhua Liu also felt excited. She raised her fist and cheered like a little kid. Lin Yue, undefeatable. The disciples of the Yin and Yang sect were influenced by them. Undefeatable. They echoed. Undefeatable. Senior brother apprentice Lin Yue is undefeatable. There were tsunami-like sounds on Scroll Mountain. Inside the scroll world, Jiang Yuochen and Mu Lingxi looked calm as they studied each other. You're quite talented, Jiang Yuochen said. It was his first time seeing Mu Lingxi fight with full force. He was surprised inside. He hadn't expected she would be so strong. Mu Lingxi puffed her well-endowed chest up and smiled cutely. Really? It's so hard to get praised by you. It was the first time Mu Lingxi had heard Jiang Yuochen praise her. Naturally, she became happy, like a little squirrel who'd secretly eaten some honey. Sadly, there were too many people there. Otherwise, she would definitely rush into Jiang Yuochen's arms and ask for a hug. But I must defeat you, Jiang Yuochen said. Mu Lingxi immediately returned to reality. If you wish to defeat me, you must show your true abilities, she said seriously. Then Jiang Yuochen heard Mu Lingxi's voice in his mind. You can make the entire demonic sect your enemy for Sister Chen and the Yin and Yang sect. For me, can you lose once? Hearing these telepathic words, Jiang Yuochen's heart trembled. For the first time, he felt lost. He didn't know how to reply. Mu Lingxi's expression turned playful and she sent another message. Just kidding, don't take it seriously. How can I bear to let the man I like lose purposely before so many heroes? I will try my best and let you win honorably. Actually, Jiang Yuochen would rather fight with Ouyang Huan than with Mu Lingxi. It wasn't because of the faint feelings they had between them. Instead, it was because he was clear that Mu Lingxi would be pained while fighting him. She was only pretending she didn't care. Jiang Yuochen sighed softly. Let's fight.